There are some contents we can categorically call them premium content. Well, this is the premium content. You guys stick with me as I make my first ever travel vlog. Honestly, being a content creator is not easy. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is just me trying to, prep myself, talking about my YouTube. But I couldn't. So yeah, come with me on this journey. So we are on our way to Uyo for the Eastern Zonal Prayer and Missions Conference. I belong to an association, Christian Medical and Dental Association. So we usually go for conferences, and yeah, I was on my way. I'm currently reading this book, Sex and Sense by the Winlows. I highly recommend this book, y'all. You need to read this book and learn. There's a lot to learn. One thing I learned is your state of purity commands a dimension of God. So this is me trying to sleep. But as you all know, Nigeria's bad road did not let me sleep. I couldn't really sleep on the journey. But yeah, we usually do what we call academic missions. So, for example, if we're going for a conference and a class has an exam to write, we usually do like question and answer sessions. People just ask questions and then the class writing the exam answers. So that's what they are basically doing because they have exams. I don't. Finally, we arrived at Uyo. Funny thing is, when we got to Uyo, the journey from arriving Uyo and getting to the conference venue was a whole journey. We got late because we were in a Marco Polo bus and we thought the bus was fast, but it was actually slow. So we arrived late at night. Hey guys, meet my seat partner and friend Tolu. You guys, my accommodation was exactly what I needed after that stressful journey. I really had an amazing time. Thank you so much, UTH, for the accommodation. So, on my way to day 2, I was so excited, getting ready to receive all that Ava had, prepared for me in this year's Ezpmc 2025. You could see my excitement, my joy. And then we had our first theme exposition. The theme for this year's conference was the whole armor of God. Basically, the theme exposition is breaking down the theme so that we can all understand. One of my favorite sessions in conferences is usually the parallel session. My parallel session topic was maintaining boundaries in godly relationships, and our speaker was Pastor Dr. Dara Ezekiel Atang, and I learned a lot. Like, she really opened my eyes to see a lot of things about, having godly relationships and all of that. So this is just me checking out myself when I'm supposed to be listening to what I'm being taught. But yeah, I learned a lot. You can ask me for my notes later. I could be kind enough to give it to you. And then we had our academic talk by Dr. Betha. She said something that stuck with me. You are the first beneficiary of your skills and certificates, so put in the hard work required of you. Just because it was a beautiful sight to behold, I made a video. As a content creator, so we had our Cmda talk by the Vice President East of the Doctor's Arm, who also happens to be in my chapter. Yeah, I'm Famzin. This conference is a CMD Nigerian Students Conference, but usually doctors come around for the conference. So it was really amazing seeing this number of doctors that came around for the Eastern Zonal Prayer and Missions Conference. It's so encouraging because we are the other end and they are on the other end, and we are looking forward to being on this other end with them. So we got to the day 3 of the conference. Usually, day 3 of the conference starts by 12 a.m. in the morning, and we start off with this amazing praise and worship. Oh my goodness! Like, I think this is the second part of the conference that I think I really, really love. Not I think, I know I really, really love. Like, coming to just worship God, praise Him, just praise, like undiluted praise. That kind of praise that's from your heart. Like, you just know that God has done it. So you are rest assured and you just praise Him for what you know that God has done. That's exactly how I felt during this praise session. I was just so excited. I was so happy. You could just see me dancing and shouting and praising God. And people were dancing, just being happy in Abba's presence. It's so priceless. It's really amazing. I had an amazing time in this conference. I will not even lie. Yeah, we danced, we worshiped, we thanked God because He's a good God. Then we watched the drama ministration by the host chapter at the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital about the theme, the whole armor of God. It was amazing. Another session I know I really enjoy a lot in conferences is case study sessions, where a scenario is painted and then we have to hear what people have to say about the case study. It's really interesting. And then we had symposium with our past leaders, just listening to them, encouraging us and all. And then we had a family meeting as a family of God that we are. At this point, we prayed for the host chapter. That's the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital. guys, meet my baby Praise. And it's a wrap. We went back to our various chapters safely. So yeah, this is the end of this mini vlog. Thank you for sticking through to the end of my video.